Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Relatable Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6. So, I've been pretty busy off camera and a little bit on camera. I did a stream, if you caught that. I hope you enjoyed. Gonna try and do that a little more often, do some of the grindy stuff on stream. I need to get some more of these polished cut andesite things to fill in the floor. Uh, Let me go ahead and get that done real quick, and then I'll get to showing you everything we've done. You'll see first off, I cleared some of the machines out here that we didn't really need. You'll also see there that those cables are now colorful. I'll show you why momentarily. This is Applied Energistics pumping our um, synthetic oil, or no, synthetic rubber into our network so that our crafting recipes can just use that instead of having to pump it in manually. But we did some expansion here. So, this is coming from our quarry. It goes into our applied energistics network. Then it comes down. I've got under each of these configurable chests, there's an export bus set to different things. So this one is ores that need to be pulverized. So this pulverizes them into the raw version. This pulverizes them into the dust, and then this puts them into furnaces. And it gets backed up a little bit here and there, like you'll see, it stands there, but for the most part it does a pretty good job of staying caught up. Especially this one. This is you know what, I said pulverized, I meant macerated. um this is macerate and then macerate, so stuff like redstone, salt, bauxite, and every once in a while I'll throw emerald ore in here just to get some more emerald dust for making silicone and aluminum. But I've been using bauxite because we get a lot of that. And we're doing really well on aluminum. Um, and then this one is stuff like quartz and lapis that need to be macerated twice and then compressed. And you can see the recipes in here for that. So like coal I can throw in here and do that as well. But yeah, here you go. So lapis dust turns into lapis, and it's lapis ore, lapis dust, and then that compresses into lapis. I set up two more electric blast furnaces over here. Um, this is just to make some stuff a little bit faster. So I've got this one automated with steel production now. It's automatically exporting and crafting iron dust and carbon dust, keeping that guy producing steel. So we've been doing that, like a lot of steel. This guy is set up for our crafting recipes for liquid redstone or whatever it's called, and soldering alloy. And then this is just exporting aluminum dust straight into here, um, out of the system, uh, to make aluminum ingots. So that's doing really well. I've got a little messy area down here set up that I've been using. We're gonna work on that a little bit today, hopefully. But this is exporting coal dust to make carbon dust for steel, and then importing that. And then this is exporting bauxite dust for aluminum and titanium. This I just set up as a little, like, really bad way of making uraninite, because we're gonna get into some POWAH today, I think. And then this guy export or has a crafting recipe, I think. No, it's got an exporter. Yeah, it's exporting raw iron into a centrifuge to make manganese crushed dust, which we're also going to use today. And then this guy just set up over here. It's a solid infuser for making nickelite and stuff like that. Because I think here soon, maybe today, but maybe a little more into the future, we're gonna try and get back into some industrial revolution. But we're gonna start today off with automating, hopefully, stainless steel. Um, I've got everything that we need, I think, for the vacuum freezer. Um, Hopefully, we'll see. I may need. Got an energy input hatch, and then I'll just need item output hatch and an item input hatch. I assume that I need advanced ones. Um, so I'll just make two of those. That'll probably take a little bit, but we'll go ahead and get to building this guy. What's it gonna look like? Okay, so it's gonna go on the second block, and it's a 3 by 3. It looked like. So we'll just put it over. We'll put it over here next to our quarry. Yep. So it'll be just like that, and there's nothing in the middle, so that's good. And this will be energy, so it'll be input, output, energy. I'll go ahead and put the energy hatch right there, and then fill in the outside with the rest of these blocks, and that'll get our guy almost done. And then we'll just need those item input and output hatches to go right there. But that's not our top priority right now. We've got a lot of stuff to worry about with chemical reactors and electrolyzing and all kinds of stuff that we're going to have to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead, because we're going to need more fluid storage. Oh, hey, look at there. Our advanced item things are already done. I'm going to go ahead and make like 2 more. Just 1 more. Nope, I'm going to make 2 more 64K fluid storage things. That shouldn't take too terribly long, but we'll have to wait on that, because we're going to be making a lot of different fluids. So there we go, and that should be that. Yep. So input. Oh, that's another input. I forgot to do that. Alright, so I'm going to take us through the entire recipe for stainless steel. It's really boring, but we're going to need it. So we're going to just start at stainless steel dust, because this is just hot ingot, turns into ingot in the vacuum freezer. So that's easy. We're going to start here. So we've got iron dust, we've got nickel dust. So that's 2 things we can check off. Alright, so chromium dust. And I think I may have been through this a little bit before, but we'll go through it again. So we're going to need chromium tiny dust. What does that come from? That comes from electrolyzing chromium hydrochloric solution. What does that come from? We're going to need a chemical reactor. We're going to need chromium crushed dust, and we're going to need hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is chlorine and hydrogen in a chemical reactor. Hydrogen is easy. Electrolyze water. That's not hard. We'll be able to do that just fine. Or you can do some of these different methods, or a fusion reactor, but we're not there yet. Electrolyze water, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, so we've got hydrogen. Chlorine. That's easy. Electrolyze salt. Sodium and chlorine. You also get a little bit back whenever you do the chromium tiny dust recipe, but we'll end up just putting that back into the system and then using that. So that's how you get chromium. It's not too bad. Oh, and the chromium crushed dust is ruby dust through a centrifuge. So I've got a couple extra centrifuges. That'll also give some more aluminum. Alright, so we've got chromium. How about manganese? Well, as you saw just a minute ago, we get manganese crushed dust, this stuff, from centrifuging raw iron. We're also going to need sulfuric acid in a chemical reactor. That's not too bad to get either. Water and oxygen makes you sulfuric acid. That's just in a chemical reactor. Nice and easy. Not too bad, I wouldn't say. You can also do the ethanol way, which will get you a little bit more, and some ethylene, which we'll need in the future. Actually, that doesn't get you more. That gets you just ethylene and a byproduct of sulfuric acid. So this is the method we'll end up using for sulfuric acid for now. It's not too bad, like I said. It's just basically just need a couple of electrolyzers, getting water and oxygen and hydrogen, and we'll get all of that set up. So probably what I'll end up doing is setting that up maybe over here. And what we'll do is have export buses where we need to, and I want to get this basically fully automated. I want it just constantly making stainless steel. So we'll use, we should be able to use another one of these guys or connect to this guy to get water into it. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this set up, and then I'll run you through the whole deal and I'll show you what everything looks like, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, we got it all set up. So, I'm going to come up here and show you. It's not the prettiest setup, I will tell you that much, but it is functional, and that's what matters. So, I'm going to try and explain this as best as I can. I've got applied energistics pumping the ruby dust into here and then pulling out the chromium and aluminum dust. I've got it pulling it back into the system because it's making two outputs and I only need the chromium. So then I've got right here applied energistics pumps out salt dust into here, pulls out sodium, and it pulls out chlorine. And then right here I've got this electrolyzer which is making hydrogen and oxygen with water. Now, all of that comes together here, where hydrogen and chlorine come together to make hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric acid gets mixed with the chromium crushed dust that's coming out of here from our ruby. And you'll probably see one come in here in just a moment. Yep, right there. And then as soon as that comes in, you see it turns into chromium hydrochloric solution, which comes over here and is being turned into chromium tiny dust and hydrogen and chlorine. It's just a little bit of each. And it actually looks like we're getting a surplus of that, so I need to put some upgrades in here maybe. But that then gets put back into the system. Obviously this stuff gets recycled and this stuff goes into the system to be used in the future. Now the system over here is a lot simpler. We've got chemical reactor with sulfur, water, and oxygen, all things that we already had in the system, other than the water that's coming from the sink here. That goes in and makes sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is coming straight over into here and making manganese sulfuric solution. Now that we're also making a surplus of, so these electrolyzers are going to need some upgrades, it looks like. That manganese sulfuric solution comes over here and makes manganese tiny dust and a little bit of sulfuric acid. So let's go ahead and see if we can find some upgrades to put in there. I don't know if we've got some in the system. No, we don't. So I'll have to steal some of those from somewhere up here. I don't even remember where I've got them. I really don't remember where I have. I've got those 8 regular upgrades somewhere. They're not here. They're not. Those are the advanced ones. I want to keep those in the quarry. They're not in any of these guys. They're not in any of these guys. They're not in either of these guys. I don't know where they are. I don't even think they can be in this guy now. Oh, I know where they are. They're down here. Oh, they're right there. Down here. In one of these machines. Here we go. So I'll just take half of those. Actually. Because if I take all of them, that removes... There we go. We'll go with that. I'll leave 2 in there. And then I'll come up here. And each of these guys will get 3 upgrades. That gives it a little bit of boost. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. That'll help at least. Because we're getting a surplus of everything right now. Which is good. Don't get me wrong. That's the point of automating all of this. But the reason that I didn't set up... I was going to set up a mixer right here to go ahead and turn it all into stainless. But the reason that I didn't do that is because we're going to need to reuse some of those to make Canthol. Because Canthol requires stainless and chromium. And I also went ahead and turned off our automated aluminum so that we can make this Canthol. I said aluminum. But we should be doing pretty good with all that stuff though right now. At least producing some good stuff, yeah. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and turn that all into regular dust and see how we're doing. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I'm happy with that. So that'll run for a while over time and build up. Um, I think after today, we're gonna maybe take a break from modern industrialization for a couple episodes and just let that, maybe one episode at least, and just kind of let this whole system run for a while and just keep itself rolling so that we can get a surplus of everything before we move into high voltage. So I'm not even going to worry about setting this guy up just yet. Today, I would like to move into a little bit of POWAH and maybe some Industrial Revolution. So, I set up a new room over here and I think it looks pretty sweet. This used to be our Industrial Revolution room, but now it's our POWAH room. So I've just got a couple basic reactors. These guys are super easy to make. You remember them from our All the Mods series. Um, I've set up auto crafting up to this point. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's just some coal, some redstone, a little bit of lava, or a little bit of blaze powder, depending on the recipe, and then it builds itself like this. So we're gonna set up some auto crafting with this mod today. Um, Go ahead and let that guy rebuild itself. We're gonna get, hopefully, oh, if I can get out of here. I noticed that this thing no longer makes it so that I like um am swimming or whatever in the air. I just like fly, which I don't like. But up here we're gonna set up automation of the energizing orb. Um, so this is a cool room. This is black neon that makes it look just like nothing around us. I thought it was cool way to do that room. This is green or just lime green concrete. These are heaters. I thought they looked kind of neat for this type of deal. Um, so some stuff that you'll need for this. Um, really just you remember from all the mods, exporter on this guy doing whatever. I'll probably just end up doing water for these because they don't need to produce like a stupid amount of power. And there's three of them. Um, so I'll do probably just water, and then maybe we'll set up some ender gates at some point. But for today, we'll probably just use cables, and then we'll run those up to the energizing orb stuff, and that'll be it. So let me get some stuff prepared for that, and then we'll hop into getting that. So I realized that I ran out of wool for making smart cables, so I'm giving this guy a boost so that I can get some wool from that. I'm just gonna run these cables over here. It's gonna be extremely ugly, but we're just gonna deal with it until we get ender gates. That way I can run some ender gates over here and not have to do this. But this will be fine because you'll get to see how I'm gonna connect up this power. So that'll just be just like that. I went ahead and boosted these guys. So this is the stuff you're gonna need: coal, uraninite. This will probably end up being water, and then redstone. Because I think you can use water. If not, we can vacuum freeze ice. Yeah, you can use water right there, so that's good. Um, but yeah, it's making quite a bit of power already, so that's good. And then we gotta figure out how to get over here now. I guess I'll just have to break this guy. Just like that, that'll work, I guess. Whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna wait till the sheep produce a little bit more so that we can connect our applied energistics over to there, and that'll be it. Let's get to working on this, guys. So I got the applied energistics network up here now. It's just a P2P tunnel coming off of our main P2P line. You've seen how all that works. And then I've got a dense cable that'll go up and let us get some networks up there. And I've got exporters that we're going to set up on these guys. I'll need to make some capacity cards for them, but they'll pump out everything that we need for that. And that is pretty much what all we're going to need for automating these guys. I'll go ahead and get some of those capacity cards going. That way we can get that worked on. We don't have anything that we need for that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and request a couple of those. And we'll go ahead and start setting up the next thing, which is gonna be upstairs. So we're gonna automate the energizing orb up here. It's gonna go something like that. So you're gonna need a pattern provider, and you're gonna want it to be on blocking mode enabled. Do not push crafting ingredients if inventory contains a pattern and input. So basically, whenever it's got items in it, because it can only do one recipe at a time, when it's got items in it, this won't push anything until the items have been taken out of it. So I have to put an importer on the side or something. But then we're going to run these cables here. And you've seen how we did this whenever we played all the mods. Just going to make a big wall of cables, basically. And these will connect up to the area downstairs where we've got our reactors. So, well, that's kind of cool how you can walk through there. I didn't realize you could do that. It's not going to be the prettiest setup, but that's alright. There we go. So now that will power all of those cables. Man, I just was able to get through here. What in the world? I need to change up this area so that I can actually, like, work on it. Alright, so let's see. We're going to need... I went ahead and made up some of the rods that we're going to need. We're going to need these guys. Made up 20 of them. And we had just enough room for 20 of them. How perfect. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and make those capacity cards. Alright, and then we'll need an import bus. And we'll need a couple more cables. Go ahead and make some more of those. Alright, so now we put these rods on these cables here. And I wonder if I can builders one those. Yes, I can. Look at that. Much easier. Alright, so maybe it doesn't like it. Whatever. Alright, so those guys will get power over time. And that will allow us to set up some recipes for this guy. But let's go ahead and set these exporters up and we'll get that guy connected up as well. So the exporters, let's see. That one's going to need a capacity card. That one's going to need a capacity card. And that one's going to. And then it'll be... I'll just... dry ice is not going to be able to get pulled out of there. I guess I'll just do water. I don't think we've got water in the system right now, but that's alright. And then uranite. Uranite. Just like that. And it should start pulling. Maybe. Oh, facing east. Facing east. Needs to be off, I guess. Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay. And there you go, it's filling up with uranite. Nope, boom, boom, boom. And then facing east, off. And then, water. That's it, right? That's it. Yep. And water. Just like that. Yep. Alright. Cool. And then I'll just run an applied energistics line straight up here. To go right into there. Just like that. So now that guy's online. And should be good. So let's see if we can get some auto crafting ready for that. First thing we're gonna make is the energized. I don't even know what it's called. Energized steel. Yeah, the stuff there. We're gonna need a recipe for that. Go ahead and do that, and then energizing orb, and we'll just, I don't know, 200 of it. And we'll see. That's probably going to be kind of slow right now because we're using like the base rods. But we'll see. Is it actually working? No. The rods are like not connecting. Why are the rods not connecting to the guy? Oh, no, they are. I just need to do this. There we go. Maybe? Yep. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so that's working now. Okay, cool. So that should be good. And that looked like I was actually going pretty quick, so I might throw some acceleration cards on the importer. Acceleration card. And I'll throw those on the importer. But yeah, so those are working good now. So once I get some of that, we'll upgrade to the next tier of these rods, and we'll just kind of keep moving through. And I'll go ahead and claim that quest as well. Cool, that got us some good stuff. There we go, and then acceleration card. Just like that. And we'll go ahead. Oh, we're out of Fluix. Okay, I'll have to make some more of that. That's alright. I think I can auto craft that now. There we go. So that'll make that a little bit faster. Yep, so that's going real quick now. That's good. I like it. That's what I want to see. Awesome. So, I'm going to work my way through. The recipes are pretty easy from here, really. The worst one is going to be the blazing. But, let's see. The next tier is blazing. That's just a blaze rod in the thing, or some blaze powder in the thing. Why is it 4 blaze powder or 1 blaze rod? It's kind of weird. Oh, actually, that might be better. No, it works out the same because it's one blaze rod can pulverize into 4 blaze powder, so that works out the same way, just with less power doing it the blaze rod way. Unless there's some weird method of getting more. No, there's not. So that'll be the next one, and then it'll be Diamond, Night, which is Niotic, and then Spirited, and then we're not going to be able to get to Nitro because that's the one that requires Nether Stars. But I'll go ahead and automate everything else. And we'll try and get up to that tier. And then once I've got some auto crafting set up for that, we'll hop back into it. Alright, now everything is upgraded to where we need it to be, or at least to where we're able to get it to be. Everything is at spirited level, and I tell you what, jump cuts are going to make that look easy. This took me a while. I've been sitting here changing out cables and rebuilding these reactors and replacing all of the laser things. I've been doing it for like an hour. This was not a quick process to get this done, but it'll allow us to set up wireless energy. which I'm looking forward to. So, things you're going to need. You're going to need ender cells. I'm just going to slap one of those guys right there. Also, by the way, I discovered this thing. It's called an energy discharger. You can put something with energy in it, and it'll take the energy out, which is nice for auto crafting with the rods, because you can't autocraft with them if they have energy in them. So that I used that to take it out. But anyways, you're gonna need one of these ender cells. You're gonna need a battery. I'm just gonna use a spirited one. Throw that guy in there, and you'll see it'll start filling up. And you'll see these ender gates. This guy will connect straight into that power channel. And just like that, this guy's got power. Pretty sweet. This sheep farm's gonna get moved at some point. I'm just too lazy to right now. So it's gonna be there for a while. But this is our setup up here. I've still got niotic rods because I didn't have enough emeralds yet to set up what are they called? Spirited? Yeah, spirited rods. That's fine. The setup is working very well so far. But yes, that's all for that. There's one last thing that I want to set up today. Actually, I'll tell you what. I think now that we've got that, I'm gonna disconnect our applied energistic system from this real quick. I'm glad I just thought of this. This is gonna be kind of risky. There we go. So now we shouldn't have to worry about keeping power or anything. That guy should power itself pretty much. We've got a surplus of everything we may need. And I'll just go ahead and mine all of that for now. Oh crap, that broke some stuff I didn't mean for it to break, but that's fine. I can fix it. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick and we'll resume. Alright, last thing we're going to work on today is getting an oil rig set up. It'll be pretty simple, really. We've got everything that we need. I'm going to set it up right here because it's a 5x5 structure. And I'm going to go ahead and just do like that. And we'll get to building this guy. It's going to be... this is definitely the biggest one we built by far. Let's see here. Gonna have to come out like that. And come around here. It's nice that they give us the outline deal. I like that. I don't know what I would do without that. There we go, and there we go. And then it's just chains all the way down here. Oop. A little flight thingy wasn't wanting to work. Next episode, I would like to maybe take a break from all of the tech stuff. I want to go into the Bumble Zone. It's a mod all about bees. And I think it'd be kind of neat to go and check it out. It's got this guy. It allows you to, from what I've heard at least, basically pick enchantments on items, which is really useful for something that I want to get into here in the next few episodes. So we'll see where that goes. Oh dang it, I placed one sideways up there. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna have to go like that, and we're just missing a couple more up here. That guy will go like that, boom, 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 and boom, boom. And then I'll jump down here, and that guy's missing that. And any of those can be our inputs and outputs. So, as per usual, I suppose, we'll do item input there, fluid output there, and we'll do energy input right there. So that finishes that guy off. That's that's all you need for that. Let me go ahead and fix up my wall here. Just like so. And nope. Ooh. Okay, so actually what I'll probably end up doing is using some, what am I trying to say? Using facades for this because we're going to have applied energistics cables coming up right here and right here. Alright, so, next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up an exporter with auto crafting to get, what, aluminum drills into here? Yep. Aluminum drills. Is this used for anything? Nothing that we need right now. Yeah, so aluminum drills, that'll get us crude oil, and that's what we can distill in the future to get all the different stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get to that. So let me get some stuff prepared for that real quick. Alright, we're gonna want, on the item input hatch, we're gonna want an exporter set to aluminum drills. I already set up the auto crafting for that, pretty easy. All stuff pretty much that we already have auto crafting. And then we're going to want an import bus here on the fluid output hatch and some acceleration cards. By the way, make sure that you're using these crafting cards if you want to be able to consistently supply those. And then we'll just connect these guys up to our system here. Just like this. Boom. And just make sure that we're not overusing our channels. Nope, we're good. And that'll add 2 more channels to there. I already hooked up power, so we're doing good there. And that guy should start eventually creating those aluminum drills. Let's see if it's already started a recipe for them. Yep, here we go. So it has requested a recipe for the aluminum drills. It's crafting a bunch of those plates. Oh, I guess it needs a bunch of them. But yeah, that's that. I mean, that'll create crude oil over time, and we'll be able to use the distiller or the distillation tower or whatever for that. Let me get some facades to put over those cables real quick. I don't have the ones that I want. Cable anchor. And then these tough bricks. And yep, I think 4 is just the right amount. We'll go ahead and slap those guys on up here. That way this doesn't look goofy. And I didn't even need 4. I needed 2. But yeah, you get the point. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We got a lot done today. Like way more than I expected, honestly. I had big plans, and I feel like we definitely delivered today. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope to do some more streams here in the future. Maybe overhaul this again, kind of get organized a little bit better, because we're all over the place here. We are out of rubies, so we might have to start processing some of that. But you can get those from redstone in a centrifuge. Yep. So might start working on automating that as well to go into this this line here. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching. Like I said, I hope you had a good one. By the way, don't forget to check out, I'll drop a link in the description. We got merch now, guys. We got merch, and we have a Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, that's a great place to get in touch with me. If you just feel like talking or just want to come and hang out, I might pop in here and there for a voice channel chat. But yeah, y'all swing by if you want to, and hope to see y'all around. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.